Hey guys, Kane's here. Man, it sure has been a while since my last upload. But don't worry, it wasn't a waste of time, I promise. By the way, if you're new here, I'm an indie game developer who is working on my first ever multiplayer football game called Reccos. Okay, so currently this is what our player looks like. And honestly, I am sick of looking at this sussy bean every time I open up my projects. So it's time to level up the visuals of my game. So I tried to learn how to make 3D models, and Blender was my go-to option. Oh wait, wrong Blender. Much better. Where was I again? Oh right. It's free, it's versatile, and most importantly, it is not beginner friendly whatsoever. Also note, this video isn't sponsored by Blender, but it would be cool if it did. Wink wink. It was very rough at the beginning. There was just so many tools and shortcuts in Blender, like a lot of them. But after some attempts, I finally got the hang of it. My initial idea was to make a robotic character for my game instead of a humanoid one. Not only this is easier to model, it also makes my game more unique. So far, this is what I've come up with, and honestly, it kinda sucks. But considering this is my first ever time making a 3D model, it's okay to say the least. I even play around with inverse kinematics, and now the arm can move along with the wrist. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a way to connect the IK with the main body, so I had to remake the rig. Now that our new rig is good and ready to go... Oh wait, never mind. Alright, the issue is fixed. It definitely didn't took me 2 hours to realize that I forgot to tick a box. Next up, I painted the model, and you can tell that I've kept some features of the original player. I used UV maps so that I could easily modify it and make new skins for the player. So it's finally time to make animations for every single in-game actions that I could think of, because I sure love to suffer, ha 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 ha. Jokes aside, I just love to make things by myself instead of taking free animations from the internet. When I look at the results, they might not be perfect, but it gives me this sense of satisfaction, you know? I imported the model into Unity, and this is what it looks like. It sure makes the game more lively and interesting to look at now. I also reworked the shooting system. At the moment, I'm calculating the direction of the ball depending on the player's position to the ball, and it's really hard to control where the ball is going. So instead, the ball will move in the direction you are facing when you kick it. I also made different animations play depending on how full the ball is charged, and the delay of the shot also varies. You can now kick the ball with both your legs when pressing different keys on your keyboard. You can also assign a preferred leg to your character, and whenever you kick with that leg, the accuracy as well as the strength of the shot will be slightly higher. The other day, I came across this pretty interesting video about sliding movements. Currently, whenever our robot collides with a wall, it just gets stuck there and is quite illogical. Instead, it should slide along the wall, and that is what this technique is for. To demonstrate, the player is moving with this velocity and then it hits the wall. I can use the normal vector of the wall surface to calculate a new vector parallel with the wall. This is where our player should be sliding. So after following the tutorial and implementing the code, this is my result. And just like that, everything is working properly and there were no errors whatsoever. Last but not least, I added Toon Shading to my game. I follow a tutorial on YouTube to achieve this effect. But for the outline, I couldn't make it look as I intended, so I just downloaded a free outline shader from the Unity Asset Store. It's a super simple and straightforward tool, so you guys should totally check it out. Link is in the description. That's pretty much it for this devlog. Next video, I'll probably focus on the multiplayer aspect of the game. Thanks for watching and goodbye.